Hi, I'm Trooper Smacka.
Hi, I'm Trooper Wellman,
Please stay tuned for a behind-the-scenes look at being a state trooper.
and together we can make a difference.
Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with Trooper Wellman. On this edition of Trooper Talk, Trooper Wellman, it's an interesting road that we have come to. You know, you have tremendous passion for what you do with the community and all that, and it shows, right? And then, you know, people see you on the television, not on the Trooper Talk, but, you know, when you do other media stuff. And, you know, you have to see horrific things. And so now, like, you're sort of eternally growing. And as I quote someone that I was talking to this morning, Lieutenant Stunkel Chelsea, you know, it's wonderful to see your growth. And so it was a great line that she said, and I said, it's exactly how I feel too. And so we've been doing this Trooper Talk for so many years now, and you're moving on to better things within the department. So I leave the floor open to you.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a really fun ride, and it's bittersweet. I don't want to leave the public information office just yet because I still have a lot of things that I wanted to see through, and we've created so many new traditions, like our trunk or treat that's coming up next month. I hope that the things that because you always try to leave the position you come from better than you found it, right? So I hope some of the new relationships and traditions we've started continue on with the next public information officer, but ultimately I'm very grateful for the time that I did have in this role, and I'm looking forward to my next chapter with the governor's detail, and it is within my agency, but opportunities to move around in our agency when they come along, you know, as long as it works for you and your family, like, you got to take them because you don't know if it's always going to be available. And although most of us have to do, you know, 20 plus years till we retire, I think personally our careers go by very quickly. So I don't ever want to look back on a chapter and be like, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done K9. I wish I would have done motors. If you want to do it, you got to do it, you know, when the opportunity presents itself. So I'm really looking forward to this next chapter, and this has been a really fun ride. This has been the best out of my 12 years in my career so far. These last 2.5 years have been probably the best. Just some of the best memories, the good, the bad, and the knowledge that I've learned from working with my command firsthand and other agencies. It's just stuff that I'll cherish forever.
And so now you're going to be with the governor's detail, which is very cool. And so you get to actually travel and do whatever it is that you do. But, you know, you really learn like a different side of policing, right? Or something like that.
Yeah.
Would that be like the correct word, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to enter the world of, like, politics now and that next level. And the governor is the highest power of our state. And so, you know, it's not a responsibility that I take lightly. And it is our mission, and our goal is to protect him and keep him safe at all times. And, you know, I know that I'm going to be exposed to conversations and see things that I wouldn't if I was a, you know, civilian or even just a trooper. So I'm very excited to be trusted with that responsibility, and also to just that title. And I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah. So we're very excied for you.
Thanks.
We can't thank you enough. You know what I'm saying? For what we've done, and when you get time, we hope that you still, you know, can try to come back and, you know, just to pop in and say hello.
For sure.
Spoke to Sergeant Smacka, right? And you know, he gives his warm wishes. The same with Sergeant Parachek, right? And so it's cool because everyone who's come on to the Trooper Talk has really excelled to a different phase of their of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And so, it's very cool. So this will be the ceremonial pictures that we put out, and but we're very excited for you. We feel humbled and honored, it's cool. I was telling Chelsea this was Lieutenant Stunkel. I was telling her this morning. I was saying how we became friends.
Yeah.
And so it's very cool. And so I'm just very excited for you, and just feel humbled about the fact of just to be able to spend this much time as we did and stuff like that. So thank
Same.
you. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah. And Johnny feels the same, right, Johnny? Right, of course.
Thanks, Chad.
All right, there it is.
Thanks.
All right, we wanted to start off with something that is very memorable. The thing that's important is that I was talking with someone yesterday who knew you. And this particular person knew you when you used to work at a different agency here in town. And he used to work there, but he now works for a different agency as well here in town. And so he thinks this is the coolest thing ever, that you went and you did the Trooper Talk, and that you went on the television and all that stuff, and that he sees the Nevada State Police as a really wonderful agency that people want to join.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool because people get to see the Trooper Talk, and they get to see the different sides of being in the department and all the different and wonderful things that you can accomplish.
Absolutely. And I think that's the goal with Trooper Talk, is to promote traffic safety, save lives, but also you've really given us the ability to showcase our agency and the different divisions and our different troopers and officers that make up the Nevada State Police. And we're just so grateful that we've been able to hopefully have an impact and make a little dent in our community and humanize the badge and get to talk to our community through the show.
Yeah, it's been very special. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
We enjoy all the things and stuff like that. And we never did like a best of, where Johnny took like all the clips and stuff that. Just because there's just too many cool things that we've done.
Yeah.
And so for us, it's a matter of just saying, congratulations to you. We look forward to what you're gonna do. Who knows that maybe we'll be able to do many things in the future, because here's the thing. We are going to do the trunk or treat with you.
Yes.
And we hope that even what you do in the future, that maybe at least you'll be able to continue to do one or some of these things that you really started.
Same.
And so I think that would be very, very special. So we'll be there for the trunk or treat this year. You'll be there, right?
Absolutely.
Right. And then and so that'll be special as well. And so that's coming up very soon too.
Yes. So October 28th, it's a Saturday evening from 5 to 8 at our Southern Command, which is Sunset in Decatur. We will be hosting our second annual trunk or treat, and it's going to be bigger and better this time. So please come on out, bring the family. We'll have a live DJ, UNLV cheerleaders. We'll have some food trucks, and we also have a room that is space themed. So we encourage you to come take a walk through space with us. It's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. People are going to be freaking out because people don't see these things. People don't put as much thought and effort into these things, and that's what made what you've done so special. And I think that everybody recognizes that.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? And so it's very cool. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
You'll be up the command very soon. You know what I mean? All right. What's this one?
It's that time of year, fans, and we're all excited to see our Mountain West football teams in action again.
The Aztecs, Bulldogs, or Spartans.
The Rams or Falcons.
The Broncos.
The Lobos.
Wolfpack, Rebels,
Go Aggies.
the Cowboys.
We're all on the same team when it comes to keeping our roadways safe.
Put down the phone, buckle your seatbelt, and never drive impaired.
When we do that, we're all winners.
So every year there's a football tournament, and all the chiefs come together to create a public safety message to, promote, like, for everyone to be safe and not drive distracted, don't drive impaired, buckle up, don't speed. So the goal is just everyone have a good time, but let's be safe about it.
It's wonderful because normally you think of like, well, the head people are, they're behind a desk and they don't care, or you know what I mean, and that's not ever the case.
No.
You always see the head people that are out there in the community, the command staff, and they're doing things. And it shows because it always comes down from the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very, very cool. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And so when we look at this, we know that now we do have the football season coming in. I think the hockey season is starting, right? And so people are going out to establishments and they're getting behind the wheel. Now we're dealing with the football season starting, the hockey season is starting, other sporting events, and so more people are going out, as well as it's the end of the year and there's different types of parties, and we were just talking about the Halloween, and so people are going out and they are getting impaired and they are getting on the roadways and they are traveling, and it's not good, and we need to stop these people from getting impaired and from driving on the roadways. And so when people go out, just because of the fact that they might not know what the
legal limit,
they can still feel tipsy. And so if you feel like, don't get behind the wheel. It's just making me crazy.
Yeah, everybody's tolerance is different.
Tolerance, that's what I was
And although the legal limit is 0.08 in Nevada, even if you're under 0.08 and you cannot safely operate your vehicle, you can still be arrested for impaired theory, and you should never put yourself or anyone else in that position. So if you are going to go out and have a good time and, get impaired, just do it responsibly. Stay at your home, or if you go out, make sure you just have a ride set up, or, your transportation situation set up. So that way you don't even put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? And they're getting impaired, and then they get on the wrong side of the road. It's really too much. So it's wonderful to see everybody going out and doing their part and combining sort of forces, because we all travel the road. I mean, we think about it like, or maybe I do, the 215 to the 95, but there's probably a lot of people that travel interstately that know these roads between them a lot better, and so we're all interlinked with each other.
Yep, absolutely.
Apply today, NevadaStatePolice.com.
It's Officer McClarty.
We love this guy, right? He's there any day. He's probably there in the middle of the cold if you asked him to.
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I'm saying? True passion for what it is that he does, right? And parole and probation.
Yes.
Right? And so he's out there trying to make a difference in a different way, but he will still help you in any way that he can to apply, to do a ride along, to run, to do the written test. You know what I mean? Any of this stuff to help ensure the fact of that if you want to work for a tremendous agency, Nevada State Police is the place, right?
Yes. Officer McClarty, make sure he's available to set you up for success. If you have any questions, go on NevadaStatePolice.com and you can actually talk to him. You can chat right there directly, as well as his contact information is posted on there, and you can call him if you would prefer, email him. He's there readily available to help you succeed and get you part of our family. So NevadaStatePolice.com.
Yeah, you're gonna tell everybody to if they wanna work for a tremendous agency and they maybe one day can follow your footsteps, right? Like we talk about younger people that might not be able to join the force one day, but that look up to aspire to be like you.
Yeah.
What do they do?
Like Officer McClarty's background is the military, and so if you have, if you're in the military and you're getting out or you're coming to the end of your term and you're looking at what's my next step, I mean, law enforcement's a great transition from the military over, and he's a prime example of what he did. He was a Marine, and then he transferred, like, right when he got done. He got on with the agency, and he loves it, and now he's making a passion out of it for promoting it to others.
Yeah, it's tremendous. You know what I mean?
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to Academy 100. I am Sergeant Johnson. I am your Academy Commander. Right now, I want you to take about 15 seconds and think about why you're here.
Today was our pickup day for Academy 100, and today is the day that we, the cadre of the Northern Academy, receive the cadets for the first time. They've already completed their initial physical ability tests to be able to enter the academy, and they've completed all of their administrative data, and now they're ready to come in and train, and that's where we take over.
Welcome to the Nevada State Police Academy. The training you are about to undergo is some of the most challenging and demanding police training the state of Nevada has to offer. Police officer is characterized as one who has the highest amount of integrity and professionalism. Our mission is to make each one of you a Nevada State Police officer.
It's largely designed for stress inoculation. We want to show them right off the bat that they can achieve it if they stick with it. We call it shock and awe. We want to ensure that they have the mechanisms in place to be able to handle that.
That is correct. Outstanding, cadet.
Nothing that we do is unachievable. Everything we do has a goal, and we remind the cadets of that while they're doing the exercises, that if they stay with it and if they work together as a team collectively, they're going to achieve it, but if they work as an individual, they're going to fail. At any moment, you have to be ready to react to whatever the situation is going to be, because you don't get to choose what call comes out. It's you receive it and you have to take action, and that's what we gear these exercises towards, is getting ready to act and react.
Ready? Out! Move! Let's go!
So for the majority of these cadets, they don't know each other. What we're doing is we're taking a bunch of individual civilians and we're turning them into a police officer.
What? You're the corporal!
What we see by the end of the academy is a bunch of individuals who have come together, are ready to work together for the next 30 years, and have each other's backs. These coming months for these cadets, it's designed to be difficult. They've already accomplished a lot. Getting hired with an agency is not easy. We're going to take their successes that they've already had and build on them. We're going to make them a little better every day than they were, so that when they leave here, they're ready to serve and protect the communities in which they live.
Go!
This is very stressful already. You know what I'm saying? Right, Johnny? Yeah, I know. Like, holy smokes. And so this is nothing. Like, you know what I mean? To have a couple, like, not to say guys, but like men or ladies, you know what I mean? Like, to sit there and scream, like, I'm already scared. And so...
Yeah, I mean, it's not always like that. And you get to a point with, in the academy where they go through phases where, yes, in the beginning they're going to treat you like that because they want to break you down a little bit and weed out the ones that shouldn't be there. And then as you progress through your academy, they build you back up and you build together as a team. So at the end of your academy, that's why when you earn that badge, you feel so proud because you know what you went through to get it. And not everyone can do it. And this video, I like it just because it brings back memories, because I did my academy up in Carson City, and that's where this is at. So,
yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, we had a situation this morning, you know, here at the store. You know what I mean? We're just, you know, this lunatic guy. You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? It's like, you know, you don't think about it, but then you think about it. You're like, well, that's just like one situation of like somebody screaming. You have to know what to do.
yeah, that's just to help you deal with stress.
Right? Like,
Yeah. And you learn how to deal with it. And when they're talking to you in your face, you know how to answer, and you think clearly, and you really do overcome it. So you'll see the progression as you go.
yeah, it's very cool. Great video. You know what I'm saying? All right. Nevada State Police Parole and Probation Division partnered with Las Vegas Raiders organization for community outreach. The parole and probation, I mean, it's great because they're not there to just break people down. They're there to help people, who might have gotten a situation, made a mistake, by a choice they made, whatever, but they're able to overcome it.
Yeah, absolutely. They're all about rehabilitating individuals back into society and giving back and stuff. And this was just an example of them helping out. They joined up with the Las Vegas Raiders, and together they were able to offer resources to the members up at Mount Charleston as well as first responders up at Mount Charleston. So
yeah, it's really wonderful. And again, it humanizes the badge. It allows people to see it in a different light, and allows people to be able to want to talk to people that have the badge in a way where it's not just about always bad things.
yeah, absolutely.
And so I think that, it's very special. And it looks like a lot of water and stuff like that. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? So it's great. Trooper Wellman, we're talking very fast. But I want you to know that I don't want this trooper talk to really end very fast. Let's talk about this. Fire marshal, part of Nevada, the
Nevada State Police.
Nevada State Police, and so people don't know that. Maybe somebody has a love for the fire,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? They can become a fire marshal.
Yeah. So our excuse me, our social media is statewide, and we are Nevada State Police, and our agency is statewide. So, when you go on our social media, you'll see multiple different things and events throughout our entire state. So this event right here is going to be held in Winnemucca. So if you're in that area and you'd like to attend, come on down.
Where's Winnemucca?
Winnemucca
Is that
in
like
our
all the way up?
It's in our northern, yeah.
Wow. You've been there?
Yes.
Really? That'd just be a cool place to live, just to have that name. Like, where do you live? I will live in Winnemucca, man. It's not funny, Johnny? It's funny. I thought it was funny. All right, we talked about this the other day, last time. But the thing is this is a real consequence that if you are caught and a person asks you to take a test and you do not take that test, then there are serious consequences besides all the other bad things that can happen to a person. And so when a trooper asks you to succumb to a test, succumb to the test.
So yeah, to submit to an evidentiary test.
An evidentiary test,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. I mean, it's your right to refuse if you want, but if you refuse, your license is revoked for up to a year, on top of the 90 days as well if you are over the legal limit or convicted. So you could possibly lose your license for 15 months if you refuse. So it's just not really worth it. But if you refuse, we'll apply for a search warrant and then obtain the evidentiary test. So.
Right, and they know what they're doing, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, most people think, oh, the officer doesn't know what they're doing, or the trooper, you know what I mean? Like, no, they know exactly. Like, this is what they've trained for.
Yeah, constantly
Right?
on our training. Yeah, we're subject matter experts in standardized field sobriety testing. Majority of highway patrol is all instructors too, just because that's our passion. Yeah, no.
Right.
We know that a lot inside and out.
And so that's the end of it. Yeah?
Don't drive impaired.
Don't drive impaired. Oh, look at this.
Hola, my name is Ricardo Ceseña with the Nevada State Police Highway Patrol. I've been protecting and serving the community of Las Vegas, Nevada for 4 years, and I'm proud to say that I am a member of the Hispanic community. Happy Heritage.
We know that guy.
Yeah. There's Trooper Cecina. That's when we were doing the EVOC training.
Oh.
That's why he's in that uniform, because that was his instructor uniform.
Oh. he's very cool. Like, you know what I mean? He's a very interesting guy, and I'm sure there's a lot of knowledge that he has in a lot of different things. And it was interesting to be able to talk with him and him to be bilingual as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Extra pay,
Yep.
right? Okay.
It's a cute kid.
It is a cute kid. I was watching the TV show the other day, and they had children in the car that were just there. No seats, no nothing. And so the officer pulls them over and goes, okay, listen, I'm telling you right now, this car is not leaving until those children are into the things, and they didn't have them. You know what I mean? And so it's horrific.
It is, because those car seats will save their lives. The seatbelt is not in a motor vehicle is not designed to hold them in place like it does us, because we're bigger. That's what the car seat's for. It gives them extra protection and keeps them restrained. And unfortunately, I've seen what happens if a child's not restrained properly or even in a car seat. And you know, there's a lot of resources in town that offer free car seats. If you need a car seat and you're stuck and you have no way of getting one, you know, contact a police station, contact a fire station. The hospitals have free car seats. Like, we want your children restrained, and we get grants so that we can fund these free car seats. And there's constantly car seat drives in town where hospitals will announce, like, hey, come on down. Not only will we give out free car seats, but we'll check your car seats and make sure they're secured properly. It's constantly going on around the state of Nevada. So please don't ever not have your child restrained. There's no excuse.
No excuse. The child cannot restrain themselves. You know what I mean? So they're relying on that person, their parent or their guardian.
Their
to
lives are in your
protect them.
hand, yeah.
Right. What a cute kid. Great picture, Johnny.
See?
Seat check Saturday.
Yeah, see, look, go to that website, and if you need I did this. I went to one of our local hospitals and had them check my car seat before my daughter was born to make sure I put it in there correctly. Even at Highway Patrol, we, in our building, we have Office of Traffic Safety, and we have an individual, her specific job is car seat safety, and they teach classes if you want to get certified on how to install car seats properly, as well as she'll check your car seat to make sure it's installed properly. You just need to set up an appointment with her, but come on down to our station. You can call us at Star NHP, or you can come down to Decatur Sunset where our station's located.
Yeah, it's we don't talk about it enough. Oh, by the way, speaking of don't talk about it enough, let me just tell you something. So the other night, I was at home, and the alarm was going off. And so all of a sudden, there were state troopers. And so when I spoke to Captain Munoz about your how excited and all this type of stuff, right? One of the things that he said to me, which was that he couldn't be here today because they were so busy with the human trafficking. I said to him, okay, listen, we're going to talk about this on tomorrow's show. And he said, okay. He wants to do a whole show on it and all this type of stuff. Human trafficking. So anyway, the reason that they were around is because they were, when I texted you, you said that they were doing human trafficking. So not to divulge this, but I'm saying, like, what is human trafficking and things of that nature, right?
Yeah, you know, Captain Munoz would be the one who is super, like, the subject matter on this, because that's his passion. But, you know, human trafficking can be multiple different things, whether that be somebody that is being exploited for sexual, you know, favors, or unfortunately having to do things of that nature for compensation, and they're being forced to do it. It can be people that are kidnapped, minors, all these different variants, and our goal is to make sure they have resources and we get them out of that lifestyle and get them on their feet so that way they don't ever have to go back to that lifestyle once we get them out. So Captain Munoz is very passionate about setting up task force teams to go out and help locate these individuals that are currently missing, young adults that have been reported missing, but we know like somewhat where they are, and they've got possibly caught up in this lifestyle, and it's our goal to go out there and ask them and offer them resources and see if we can get them out, because their family loves them, and you know, our goal is to just help others. So he's very passionate about it, and I'll let him talk more about it then.
Yeah, but it's a real thing, and like
yes.
we don't talk very much about it, but we need to do that more.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The human trafficking. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, Trooper Wellman, we won't be talking about it so much with you, but it's going to bring a tear to our eye. But we'll be thinking of you. We're gonna put your name like right up there or something like that. I haven't figured that out yet. You know what I'm saying? That's the it, Johnny. Trooper Wellman. So I thank you. You know, we couldn't have done this without you, and you know, we're excited to see you do what you're going to accomplish in your life. And if you ever came back into a sergeant's position, can you be a sergeant and the PIO?
Not at the moment, but that is the goal. That would be a goal in the long term. So.
Okay. We don't want it to end, Trooper Wellman, but I know you have to prepare for your next chapter. So
I know. Thank you for everything. It's been an amazing ride, and one that I will always cherish. So
yeah,
thanks for
as well.
everything.
Yeah, great. All right, last time, okay?
All right.
All right. We'll see you later.